Hey everybody, clearing. Okay, let's just dive in and do a really quick Divine Masculine reading. Thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information coming through for the awesome, amazing, incredible twins that join me here. What is it we can see for the Divine Masculine Collective? How are the Divine Masculines thinking of their connections? What are they feeling on the heart space for their Divine Feminine? What are they wishing going forward? What is the action that is most lending itself towards union? What is the biggest challenge? What is the spirit-guided solution for that? And where are things going? I am shuffling a third deck because we're going to also get into one for the feminines along the way here. Okay, on the conscious mind for the masculines. Wow, manifesting enlightenment. The masculines are utilizing this as a spiritual journey. They are taking notice of the way that you've transformed spiritually divine feminine, and they are now implementing that same opportunity in their own life. They're seeing this as a spiritual becoming in beautiful, beautiful ways. They're reaping the spiritual rewards, the energetic rewards. They're seeing how you have made such a difference in their awareness of this reality, the nature of reality, how you have shone the light on things that they did not see before this dance that they've been in with you. For the Divine Feminines, time to heal. Yeah, so I've been seeing it come through in the last few days that when the masculines let go of their karma because they see the light, that allows the feminine to let go in some regard of the masculine. And so you can heal a little bit more because energetically speaking, divine feminines, you're not so preoccupied with the empathic discernment that the masculine's energy is funneling into a hollow pursuit of some sort. As the masculine polarity begins to really see the light with karmic situations and appreciate the nature of this connection, you are feeling that as a healing energy. You will be picking up on it in your divine masculine's energy as they are healing, but it's also giving you a breath of fresh air so that you can be replenished and restored to divine feminine. That's really awesome. So the energy should be lightening, in other words. What can we see for the divine masculines on the heart space? The strength and death in the reverse. So they are mustering the courage to keep on the transformation. It can actually be a little disconcerting when we see this journey is spiritual and not so much the romanticized version of what we think it is at times. Or in this case, I'm getting that the divine masculines had not realized how misguided feeling like the feminine was going to entrap them in a romantic situation, like a karmic romantic situation. There's an ego humility teeter-totter here that I'm feeling with this transformation in the works, that the divine masculines are seeing again that their divine feminine is not a threat. And that is because they're finally seeing that this has been a spiritual journey of overcoming within the individual, within themselves. And it was not the encroaching energy of control that they thought at times. It is worthy to say that so many times the divine feminines have been so psychic, so intuitively guided, so spiritually driven, that they have been uncanny with some of the things that they have done and said and exemplified to the masculines. And the masculines at times have been very unnerved at that. They have not seen that it was the spiritual, energetic layer being shown to them. They thought it was some kind of voodoo. And here they are now seeing things much, much differently, because they're understanding that there was such a benefit, a blessing in their lives on such a deep level. They've become a better person. They're seeing that now. They're seeing that. I'm hearing patience and the long suffering, the drawn out slow motion of these connections that can't be forgotten, that can't be let go, really. They're seeing how that also has contributed to believing certain things they never thought they would believe regarding love, regarding how to navigate relationship, appropriate conduct. It made them question the strategies in, the play and the game of relationships. They've seen those rules don't apply when real love, is happening. Those are karmic tricks. Those are traps. Those are strategies. Those are games. They're seeing through the games, and they're forgiving themselves because they didn't know that they were players. I just heard they didn't understand how deeply that cultural or societal imprinting ran, generational imprinting, that survival and transactional relationships, convenience relationships were so geared on fear and not love, is what I'm seeing. Turn knowledge into wisdom. So divine feminines, your divine masculine is deepening their wisdom here. They are observing the journey. They're observing the changes that have happened. They see how it's relating to you. They're starting to see the divine orchestration, what that kind of means, what the big picture kind of looks like. They are integrating wisdom here. There's a life review I'm hearing. What are the masculines wishing for the connections? To do the inner work before moving forward. Chariot is about movement. I just heard for some this can be planning a trip, figuring out what it would be that they need. I'm hearing booking some time off work, clearing their calendar, being able to see you. They're wishing to actually meet up in the physical. Pentacles. But there are some work-related considerations. They are wishing to get to an energetic state and a material realm availability where they can either move towards you or meet up in the physical. See the big picture. So they're starting to include you, divine feminine, in the annual plan. They're making room in their lives. Some are putting work on the back burner. Some are realizing that if they don't carve out time holistically, that it just never happens. They just go through the motions. One day bleeds into the next and nothing changes. They're seeing the big picture. They're up above it. Giraffe. What actions are the masculines taking at this time? This foundation, they are understanding that they weren't seeing the big picture. The Queen of Swords in the reverse is having not gotten it right, not seen everything involved. Now they're willing to work on this in a practical sense. They're willing to actually put in some effort, I'm hearing. They weren't seeing how important you have really been on the journey. And I know that sucks to say, but they didn't get it. They didn't really appreciate how instrumental you have been, divine feminine, in shaping their understanding of life. It's like they got very, very swept away with what they had on their plate. It was like a creeper energy. It's now come in and they're having it revealed to them that there was so much more going on in this connection all along. Yeah, transformation is beautiful. They're seeing the beauty more often in all the things that they rejected before, in all of the things that nagged at them energetically that they were supposed to be looking at. Now they have come into an energy where they're actually able to retain the increased heightened frequencies that were coming to them. They have reached an energetic marker where those things, even from the past, are now sinking in because they are of a frequency that can recognize those things for what they are now. With the butterfly energy, they've just gotten there. They've gotten there and they now see the spiritual light. So I want to say on the death card, this becoming, often there's a butterfly depiction, and we're seeing that transformation is beautiful, and that is what is causing them to look at everything in a more accommodating sense. It now has value to be included in future plans, I'm hearing. What is the biggest challenge? Communicating in the physical through the promise of a new way of looking at this. This is the kindness versus duty card. So kind of like, not backtracking, eating crow necessarily, but just heard finding the gold, pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. It's like being able to manifest a conversation with you, I'm getting, that revisits some of the things from the past and admits. I'm getting a bit of a coded apology here. It's not a direct apologetic feeling, but it's more of an explanation, a insight, an understanding that they want to share, that this is the challenge. It's how to break the ice regarding shifting gears, specifically with things from the past. Be loyal to what you love. They know they didn't seem like they were loyal. They know that they didn't advocate for these connections. They know they dropped the ball. They know that from your perspective, they looked like they didn't get it, and admitting that they actually didn't get it when they professed feelings, when they professed to love you, to think you're wonderful, and yet still their actions were contradictory. My goodness, I can't speak. See, can't even say it. They can't even admit that their actions and their emotions, their expressions didn't align. And that's part of the problem. It's that they don't know how to approach that, because they have loved you, they do love you, they are loyal, and yet, oh, I just heard they betrayed. They dropped the ball, they let you down. I just heard you of all people. And you're the sweetest, I just heard. So, yeah, they are very much wondering about communication. That is a challenge for them, about what has happened and about how they see things differently now. Sheepish. They are not feeling great about how much they appreciate you and how they've treated you. What is the solution? Unconditional love without further ado. Divine Masculines watching. This is talking about embody the love. Go from 0 to 60 like that. Like, don't stew about the spilt milk. It's water under the bridge. Seize the day, Divine Masculines. There's no time like the present, I'm hearing. It is time to just say, hey, I got it wrong. You are so amazing, Divine Feminine. Please forgive me. I didn't know what I was doing. I'm hearing some saying, I was so detached from reality, from the truth in my heart. The abundant universe will provide. There is enough. There's enough love to go around. The universe is made of love. This is the epitome of unconditional love, and abundance is all around. So remember that, Divine Feminines, when your Divine Masculine comes in and says, I have missed you, I now miss you, I don't feel 100% about how things have gone with us. Don't beat your divine masculine up energetically or otherwise for bringing that to you. Yes, it may give you energetic permission to let the floodgates open and release all of the fear and pent up emotion that you've been trying to hold in, but it's okay to cry. You don't have to be aggressive or rude or in low vibe. For many divine feminines, I know that sounds impossible. You'd never be like that. But there are some that are watching that I can feel that would like to give their counterpart a piece of their mind. You don't have to off chart or decompress like that when your masculine comes in. There is a way. The universe will provide. There will be solutions. There will be composure. You will be able to navigate this, divine feminines. This is about all involved being mature, and you coming into receptivity, divine feminine, is very important, I'm hearing. Where are these connections going? The truth is going to be coming to light. So before the masculines come forward, there are karmic partners that need to be released. Part of knowing that the karmic partner needs to be released is absolutely coming to terms with what will then be done regarding the divine connections, regarding coming forward, having these conversations. This is a major energy of really talking about the choices the divine masculines have made with other feminine energies and what they have learned about that, what they've known about it. Or if there were not other people involved, they really want to talk about the things that they thought would provide comfort in their lives that they were misguided to choose over you. The grass wasn't greener. Look at all that green grass and green here. I'm just hearing the grass wasn't greener. This is the foundational truth. They now know the grass wasn't greener. Spirit has a plan. Wow, this is like getting in the hot seat. I'm really hearing that this is a necessary motion, and that when these kind of conversations come in, counterparts, that you are meant to go higher together and ask the divine for instruction in these moments when these kinds of conversations come in. What can the divine masculines receive here? Spiritual sovereignty. So this is the path of you coming into your own accountability and mastery, your own spiritual sovereignty. It has always been you, your happiness, your freedom, everything that you have navigated has always been up to you, divine masculines. And by coming back around and speaking of such things as we've seen in this reading, you are really stepping into that masterful embodiment of accountability. Timelessness. There's no right time, no wrong time to do that. This is love. This is mastery. This is the embodiment. And chamber of regeneration. There will be creation, multiplication, and growth. Spirit has a plan. When two realized people, divinely realized people come together, it is exponential. The growth, the abundance, the creative power is incredible. The sky's the limit, divine masculines, and it does have to do with appreciation to the level that I see here in this reading. Wow. I'm hearing there are some unions coming in, and that is a really beautiful thing to be able to say. Wow. Okay, so for the feminines, what can we get here? Sirian Stargate, transcendence, prayerfulness, and serenity. So stay at peace, divine feminines. Not all counterparts are going to be coming back in this energy right now, but these are the potentials that are unfolding. So if this is not happening in your reality. Keep praying for all of the twins that these relationships come in. Keep the serenity. There are many purposes and cycles, and not everybody is meant to come into union at this time. These are also doorways that open. Every time twins come to these levels of reconciliation, it gifts the rest of humanity with a little bit easier energetic pathway towards it themselves, and it does pave the way for more unions on a level like this. So transcend any of the concern that you or your union is not counted among the lucky few. That is the wrong attitude. The right attitude is asking the divine to show you what the benefit of not being in union is yet. One of the major reasons that we don't come into union is because we've got so much beautiful influence and love to give to others in our lives. Children, karmic situations, all of the souls traveling around with us. There is more than enough love to be giving in those situations, and those are paramount to heal and uplift. If you are so self-absorbed that you're not seeing the opportunities right in front of you to just love and be love, you're missing a huge aspect of this journey that is essential to come into union. When we come into wholeness within, it exudes out of us, and all the people in our lives are blessed. And that is a prerequisite for union. The way that I've seen it is that we glow up, we become lights in the world, and all those around us are inspired to come into that frequency and that beauty in life as well. Divinity, honor, responsibility, and humility. Be in humble, responsible, divine empowerment, divine feminines, and just keep being a representation of love in the world. You don't know whose lives you are touching that you might, dismiss or not be at liberty to bless just by interacting if you are already in union and preoccupied with what you're doing somewhere else. You don't know how it works. So just be love. Just be love, divine feminines. Okay, many blessings, everyone. Bye for now.